Welcome to Movie Obscura with Adrian and Kelly. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Kelly.
This week we are critiquing and reviewing one of the movies from the Feast trilogy.
The Feast.
It is simply called The Feast.
This is such a good movie, Adrian.
This movie was made by Dimension Films, and it was in the year...
2005, I believe.
Yep, 2005. And kind of an interesting background here. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Wes Craven, and Chris Moore.
All had their sticky little fingers on this bitch.
All Class A, actors and producers and directors.
Wes Craven.
You got it.
He makes such cool flicks. Hey, did you know he did the original Hills Have Eyes?
And he also was the consultant for the remakes.
Yep.
Of The Hills Have Eyes. He's also done. He also had his hand in the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Oh, those were all his flicks.
And I think he also.
I don't think the remake though.
No, not the remakes.
He did all the not scary movies.
Scream.
Scream. Thank you.
Very good movies. So he was an executive producer along with Ben.
But
Affleck,
it didn't look
Damon.
like one of his films.
Yeah, no, it was kind of off in a science fiction kind of thing.
Yeah, it was shot and just beautifully.
I thought it was very well done. I'm surprised these did not hit theaters.
I know these are straight to DVD flicks, but why? They're so damn good.
I mean, and you got a list of B actors working with Class A actors with producers. Henry Rollins, one of my favorite musicians of all time.
Musician, spoken word, poet, actor. He was in Sons of Anarchy for a season.
He was in The Chase with Charlie Sheen and Christy Swanson.
Oh God, Henry Rollins is cool.
Henry Rollins Rollins Band and Black Flag are one of my favorite bands, and he plays a role in this. It's so unlike him.
The motivational speaker, but he was the poor man's motivational speaker.
Yes. And they call his nickname was Coach.
Coach, yeah. Infidelity was his
yes, and
weakness.
And we're going to get into this further, but the pink jogging pants just did not do him well. No justice for Henry Rollins there. The man's an animal. The overall aspect of this movie is you have these different people from different personalities, different backgrounds, all in this remote bar.
Very remote bar. I mean, out in the middle of freaking nowhere
out in the middle
desert.
of nowhere. And there's about, I'd say, maybe 10 to 12 people in this bar at the time. And they were all given, and the movie, they gave them code names.
Oh, that was so cool.
Their occupation and their life expectancy.
So every time that the camera would go on to one of the characters, it would freeze, it'd do sepia tone, and then it would do a little caption where it said, hero,
yes.
Life expectancy,
pretty good. Yeah, the ones that they had on there was one that was the jackass of the town. His little brother who was a cripple.
Wheels.
They had the dork who was the beer delivery guy.
Oh, that poor guy.
And let me tell you something. That guy, I know him because he was the clerk on Meet the Parents when Ben Affleck asked for a bottle of wine, $100 bottle of wine, and he says, "This is all we got," and it was only like $12.50. But he was that character. He's also been on Parks and Recreation, and he was also in there's a different NBC movie that he was also in as well. And then they had the grandma, who was your local town drunk, the bartender, the boss man, the
bartender. He was like an old Vietnam vet. Just burly, old grizzled man. He had the great dangly 80s rock star earring.
And they had the vet, the army vet.
Yeah.
They had the boss man. They had the two waitresses. One had high hopes. One was just a single mom.
I want to go ahead and apologize beforehand to my mother who listens to this podcast. But every one of the actresses in this movie Oh, incredible breast. Just incredible. And the way their clothes hung on them and their movements hypnotized me.
Wes Craven,
anyway, go on.
Wes Craven is known for that. Anyway, yes, and so you had these people, and they're all in the bar, and before they know it, the hero pops onto the scene and says...
he doesn't pop onto the scene. He burst into the scene.
He bursts into the scene and says, everyone's in trouble. We need to board this place up.
Who the hell are you?
And they go, hero.
Yeah.
Occupation, kicking ass. Life expectancy, pretty good. 5 minutes later, he's done. What is that? Come on now. What in the world? I'm like, okay, this guy's going to kick ass. He gets his ass kicked.
As soon as they introduce him, it's like, here it goes. Big, handsome, burly man with a gun just ready to kick some ass.
And he gets killed. First 5 minutes into it, he's killed. And then
you can see there's also a little bit of comedy.
Yes.
This movie doesn't take itself too seriously.
No. And then they got the heroine, who is his wife.
His wife, yep.
And so they go...
Those two were in a car accident.
Yes, they were.
They were hit by one of the creatures.
Yes, yep. And that's
toppled over, and their daughter's missing.
Yeah, no, the daughter is at the grandma's house.
At grandma's, they were going to go pick her up.
Yes,
that's right.
And that's when these, and so these people are in the bar, and like, who the hell are you? And they see that the hero gets his I can't say the word. Decapitated by this beast. They don't see the beast yet. You just see his hand, his huge claw-like hand.
Come through the window.
Went through the window.
Yeah.
And then...
is that when the gun goes off, shoots through the floor, right through the
boss's foot? Nope. That's when that's about 5 minutes later when the little baby comes in, the little baby monster.
The little baby creature.
He's humping the roof, the ceiling, ladies and gentlemen. He
goes over to one of the mounted heads
of
the animals.
Yes, and starts going to town on it.
Okay.
Just having a good time.
This series of movies just crack me up. Go ahead, dude. Okay, it was so cartoonish the way this little guy's just his ass is going,
and he's panting. And I'm going. I look at my wife who's watching this. Is that what he's doing? Is that what he's actually doing? They shoot his ass. He falls, and they put him in the freezer, in the bar cooler.
Yeah.
They threw him in the bar cooler, and then the boss man, who got his foot shot off.
Well, he's busy humping one of the waitresses.
Yes.
With her son in the room next to him.
With earphones on, so don't hear this.
Yeah.
And so he's sitting there. He gets his foot blown off.
He comes stumbling down the steps. Who the hell shot me?
He's got a 45 ready to unload. And they say, we got monsters coming in. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? And there's no cell phone service. Henry Rollins is going, I got no service.
He's walking around trying to find cell phone service.
Yes, yeah.
He's just playing the fool.
The dork, the beer cooler dork, he's trying to get on the phone and call the army, calling the police.
There was a scene before where he's downstairs after unloading the kegs, and he's busy sucking on a joint, and the boss catches him down there.
Get your ass back upstairs and go to work.
And then the boss grabs it and starts toking on it.
Yeah.
Frickin' ditchweed.
Yeah. So... yeah, and then the next thing you see is now that the baby is dead, these two adult creatures they go at it, they reproduce, and immediately a baby drops down.
Yeah, I mean, talk about.
I mean, it was like
instantaneous. Yeah. I mean, they're out there and they're doing it creature style.
Yeah. They go, hey, look, they're doing it doggy style. Oh, doggy style, and now people are all trying to get a look at it.
All of a sudden, this little thing just pops out. I mean, instantaneous birth.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sure if that was the case for humans, the world would be hugely overpopulated.
Or there would be no babies at all. So anyway, because too many rugrats were around, like humping around like jackrabbits. So anyway, so now these people are going, okay, we got to kill the adults so these beasts don't reproduce. Thank you, Mellow Yellow.
Yes, that was an on-air burp, ladies and gentlemen.
So these beasts don't reproduce. So now they're boarding the place up.
Well, typical.
You got this one jackass. Now you if you've heard the Cubes, you know that there's always one anti-hero.
Yeah, jackass. It's just,
and he's the jackass. He already rigged a pool table with the
Jason Mewes.
Mewes.
Yeah. J to Kevin Smith's Silent Bob.
Yes, and he was in that. Did not look anything like him.
No, he had such. I don't know if they put a wig on him, but he had this Raggedy Ann curly brown hair.
Yes.
And if you've ever seen him, he's got sandy blonde hair.
Yes.
I'm not gay for him or anything, but I love the guy.
And the thing is, he rigged the pool table, the cue ball.
Yeah.
The guy he miscues.
He put something on it, lubed it, and then Jason miscued,
and the money is taken. And
isn't Jason one of the first to die too?
Jason is the first. He gets his face.
That's right. He gets his face completely tore off.
Yes. And then the dork also gets spewed on. And it was
you're glossing over probably one of the hardest scenes to watch in this movie. So after they discovered that the monsters are coming and everything, all of a sudden the one of the waitresses, the one that's humping the boss, they're sleeping with the boss. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, you do what you do to keep a job.
Pretty much.
Because one of the occupations of the boss was horny.
That's right. It was right in his subtitle.
Stone, and horny.
I'm having a hard time doing this podcast. This movie was so great. I can't stop from laughing. But anyway, so
one of the saddest parts in the movie.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's kind of a turning point for her. Anyway, so she all of a sudden, it dawns on her, holy shit, my kid's up in the closet.
11-year-old Cody.
Yeah. And she goes running up and swings open the closet door where he's hiding and grabs him and everything. Well, not even a minute later, Cody's being eaten by one of the creatures through the window right in front of her and the heroine. And the bartender was there too, and he's shooting at the creature. Knocks one of the horns off and whatnot. It was a sad scene, but it was a turning point in her. That's where she kind of just comes alive.
Yeah, because at that time she was just like it was like she was just going through the motions of life, trying to care for her son. But she's like I'm gonna be a nobody and.
Yeah, she was just going through the motions.
Yeah.
I think you summed it up right there.
And now she has a real reason not to live anymore. She just lost her only son, her only reason why she was alive.
The only reason she even gave a damn about life.
Yes, and so doing what she could for her son, and that happened. So now she is a complete mess, and everybody is trying to figure out just exactly what they're going to do to kill these beasts. How they're going to
get out.
Enter the heroine, the hero's wife.
Yeah.
She comes in and she starts taking the orders over. She starts becoming the alpha.
Boss.
She starts becoming the chief, the alpha female, I'll call it. And she starts saying, "You board this place up. You get those shutters down. You get as much ammo as you can get. We are at war, and we are not getting out till these beasts die."
Yeah, this fucker's on lockdown. Let's go.
So. As I said before, the dork, the beer man, gets spewed on.
Yep, and right after, that's right after Cody gets eaten by the creature. And I think it was like a defense mechanism of the creature. And not once, but twice. Did you see how quickly the bartender, white-haired, had to be in his 70s, how quickly he moved out of the way of that stream of spew.
Yes. He didn't want to get spewed on.
All of a sudden, because the geek wasn't even in frame at that moment.
Right.
The bartender was standing in front of him, and the geek was standing outside the doorway. And all of a sudden, The spew starts flying through the air. The bartender, probably the fastest he's ever moved in his life, flies off to the side, and all of a sudden, just covered in this slime.
And it burns, and there's maggots in it.
Oh, that was so fucking
and they're
gross.
trying to wash his hair out. Can't this go any faster? No, this is.
You can make a drinking game out of the amount of times he said, "Man."
Oh,
Yeah, get this stuff off me, man. Man, I need a doctor, man.
Oh.
Man.
And he was just. I mean, this guy. Yeah, I don't know what. Go suffer somewhere else. The boss man later on told him.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He was bound and determined to get the hell out, get to a hospital, see a doctor, and figure, get this shit off him.
So they got the place on lockdown, and you're finding a little more about these guys' lives, and
yep, it's where everything kind of breaks down.
And then
There's no
and
attacks.
then all of a sudden, for a while, nothing goes on. The jackass is now interrogating the grandma. You've been around long enough. You must have a theory.
What are these?
Where do these things come from? She goes, ask the bartender. He's older than me, and this and that. And all of a sudden, that dork looks out the window, and then goes his eye.
No.
Loses his eyeball. It shows the eyeball getting pulled out, blood spewing everywhere.
This guy's just getting his ass kicked. This poor guy. I mean, he's got his skin's basically falling off his body at this point.
And we also forgot to tell you, this is a very important person, the biker chick.
Oh my
who
God.
was going to rob the bar in 10 minutes.
She was going to, yep. Her introduction was she was going to rob the bar in 10 minutes.
She's got a gun.
Biker mama or whatever.
Yeah, biker mama. And she gets her leg cut off by the beast.
Yeah, so basically passes out from blood loss.
So they think she's dead.
Tosses her in the basement with Jason Mewes.
Yeah, the hot waitress.
They're all hot.
Well, this one's really hot.
Oh,
this one I liked a lot.
You're into blondes. I'm into brunettes.
Oh, that's true. This one's hot, and she grabs the gun from the biker mom. She's got.
I don't know. Okay. Over the next couple weeks, when we talk about the next two Feast movies, you'll kind of start seeing why I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But I think she, in the movie, is acting like she's a ditzy blonde, but she's actually a badass. You know how she's trying to load the gun with that one bullet. She's got one bullet,
and she's trying to put it. And she's trying to put it in the barrel.
In the barrel.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Yeah, backwards. Backwards. It's an automatic gun. There's a clip. Yeah. She's just trying to put it in through the barrel.
Through the barrel, backwards. And she can't, and the boss just tells her, why don't you just put it down?
Yeah. Because he's the one that's got the 45. It was a bullet for a 45.
Yeah,
and she's got like a 6
little 9 millimeter.
Yeah, or 9 millimeter. But anyway, we go back to that now you have to remember the biker chick. Because
move into the next,
it's going to play.
movies.
It's going to play very well into. It was going to segue to our next episodes. So the dork gets his eyeball cut off, and there's blood spewing everywhere. And the beasts start attacking. The beasts are no longer going through the boards that they boarded the windows up.
They're just going through the fucking.
They're
walls.
going through the walls. I mean, it's just. And then Henry Rollins, who you haven't seen much of. Because he's still running around with a cell phone going, I got no service.
He tries every corner of the bar looking for service.
He says
he's already made an ass out of himself. Remember when the blonde waitress that you like?
Yeah.
He takes off his wedding ring, puts it in his pocket,
and it falls out when he pulls his wallet out to pay for the check.
Yeah, because he was gonna, you want to get a drink? He's hitting on her and everything, and she bought into it and was gonna have a drink until the wedding ring fell out.
Yeah, so he's already
made an ass out of himself.
He's already.
So he's trying to redeem himself.
So he's
he knows.
He's gonna play the hero. So he said, "There's a truck outside. They're gonna get to the truck.
The Coors Light truck.
The Coors Light truck. They can get about 10 people in there, and they're gonna get the hell out of Dodge."
Yep.
He says, "I'll go out there with you. I'll go out." And this was the heroine. He says, "I'll be honored to go out there with you." So he goes out.
In other words, sticking his foot in his damn mouth, making an ass out of himself even more by saying stuff like that.
So they go out. So they go outside. They find out that they are cornered off by 4. There's 4 of them. There's 4 beasts there. Adult beast. They run back inside, and that's when the jackass says, "We have no service. We have no phone. What are we going to do?" And the boss man says, "I've got a CB radio up in the closet. We got to go get it to get help."
Behind a sliding panel.
Yes, and
this guy just gets creepier and creepier and creepier as this thing goes on, because he's just a sleazeball, is what he is.
Yeah, he's a big-time sleazeball. And they go up to the closet upstairs. The bartender, Henry Rollins, and the jackass go upstairs where the beast took out Cody. The beast is still up there.
Yeah, this is where the jackass, all 3 of them go up there, and they lock the door after him. Yep. The bartender and Rollins.
Because if something happens to the jackass, they don't want the beast to come down to the main floor.
Right, and get everybody. Right. So the jackass is kind of, he's starting to change and become a little bit more of a non-jackass.
Right. He's trying, and he's got a brother who's crippled down there, and he's trying to save him as well.
Yep. That's right. Wheels is his brother, by the way.
Yep, Hot Wheels. Selling fireworks to 7th graders was his occupation.
Yeah, life expectancy. I don't remember.
Who would kill a cripple?
That's right. That's what it was.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. They're not going to kill a cripple, are they? That's what it was.
Yeah, they're not going to kill a girl. I like Jason Mewes. Should be dead already.
Yeah.
If you've ever listened to
the bartender's life is makes me
possibly already dead.
No. This one was most disturbing death in the next 70 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
So he goes upstairs. He finds the CB radio. He's transferring for help. The monster is in that side panel, rips the CB from its joints, and now he is trying frantically to get out of there. The bartender breaks the key off in the lock, going, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
So the heroine grabs a lockpick from this earring that he had, that Rockstar earring.
Oh yeah.
And then he
rips it out.
Puts it in the lock and gets him out of there. And
now, you got a question. What the hell did these people do in their life, the hero and the heroine, before all this happened? Because, I mean...
They survived a car accident, that's it.
There's that scene where she kicks the shit out of the dork.
Oh, yes.
He's trying to get out to go to the hospital.
Yes.
And she, just beats the piss out and then judo flips him.
Yes.
And this is a big boy.
Oh, and that reminds
me... Not big as in muscle, big as in fat.
And that reminds me, the heroine is listening to Henry Rollins on his speech about how if we throw the baby that we just put in the cooler out...
Oh, when he puts it on the stick and
puts
sticks
it on the stick and goes, we're better than you.
It's like intimidation.
Yes, the thing is froze to death, okay? So he takes it by a pool stick... Sticks it in there.
Sticks it out a window.
Open the window. Hey, look at this. We got your baby.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to use his motivational speaking techniques.
Yes, it does nothing.
This is intimidation. This will prove to him that we are better than them.
It just pisses the monsters off.
Oh, my God.
And the bartender says...
grab the baby and eat it?
Yeah. And then the boss man goes, "You shut up. That was a dumb idea. Close that window up. You're not allowed to speak anymore." So he tries to redeem himself by going outside to grab the truck with the heroine, and it fails. Henry Rollins runs out. The heroine trips. She has the shotgun and she's shooting. She kills one of the beasts. She injures another one of the beasts, but then she slips, falls, and gets eaten. And now...
So now we're down a hero and a heroine.
Both dead, and both parents.
And coming into it and watching how they are acting throughout the movie, you would have thought, they're the ones that are going to kick the most ass.
Yeah, they're the ones that are going to make it out alive.
Oh, no.
So the single mom who just lost Cody, changes her MOS and becomes Heroine Toon, and she one of the beasts comes in there.
Pretty damn good.
One of the beasts comes in there and starts attacking the jackass. She takes the butt of the gun and just
starts smashing that fucker in the face. Now let's not gloss over the fact that these creature costumes or whatever they are, fantastic.
Oh, it's they had this kind of a protective thing, and then they took it off, and that's when you actually saw the real monsters.
Yeah, well what they were wearing were skins of like coyotes and desert creatures, and they were just wearing them as whatever. And when they took them off, they were all like, I don't know how would you describe the head? All teeth?
Yeah, it was like a skull with all teeth.
It was just nothing but just long ass teeth.
Yes, and they were so cool looking.
Oh, it was great.
Awesome looking.
Yeah. And, I think best creature effects I've seen in a long time.
And the way that this Heroine 2, the single mom, bashes this and the teeth just keep flying out. It was just so cool.
Then shoves her arm down its throat. Choke on it!
Yeah. And I thought for sure, just because, it is a B movie, I thought for sure she was going to pull out her half-eaten kid, and I was like, this would have been bad.
I never thought that, but that would have been rough.
That would have been bad. But anyway, so
did she rip out its tongue? Or
something? She ripped the tongue out, and so she now becomes the badass.
So she kills one of these creatures with her bare hands, basically.
So there are two left.
Yeah.
Now Henry Rollins, keep in mind, is still outside. The Heroine 2 goes, maybe he's made it. All of a sudden, you see him go through the boards. Bullshit! As he's going through the boards. And so then now, and keep in mind, he lost his pants outside. Now he's wearing pink jogging pants by one of the waitresses.
And looking just beautiful in them.
I don't know about that. I thought that was a very slight insult on Henry Rollins being the badass he is.
Yeah.
But it's a comedy. It's a horror and action. There are comedy parts to it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a movie, like I said, that doesn't take itself too seriously.
No. And so he ends up dying, and the bartender then grabs bunches of old whiskey bottles and says light them up for
we're making what are they called?
Molotov
cocktails.
Yes, yep. And so he's doing that.
Grand Theft Auto.
The dork who's now half eaten, bleeding half to death.
Remember when that cute waitress, she pulls up his he's got that rag or whatever over his eye, pulls it up, and it's full of maggots.
Yes, the maggots have now gone from the insides.
Is it looking better? Is it looking better?
He's sitting right by one of the beasts, and he just gets his head just smashed together.
Yeah, it just comes up, and it like claps. Yes. And his head just explodes.
So they have this. So now the jackass and the boss man, they strap explosives to the biker chick.
The one that got its leg ripped off. Yep.
They find out she's alive.
And the boss man's like,
no, she goes, I'm still alive. No, you're not.
No, she's not alive. And he convinces the jackass, to just, this is our secret. We won't tell anybody. This is our secret.
Drags her outside by a board.
Didn't the jackass's brother Hot Wheels rig up the bomb on
her?
Yep.
He goes,
all he has to do is plug in an extension cord and boom.
Yep. And so it was going to be the diversion to get to the truck.
Well, yeah, they had planned that hopefully one of the monsters will start eating her, or both of them.
Yep.
And they can just plug it in and boom.
Yep. And that's exactly what they were. That's exactly what they were planning on doing.
Yep.
So then, so the waitress is watching. Goes, I'll take care of this. I'll get to the truck. So they throw this lady out to the wolves. The one monster eats her. They plug it in. That monster explodes. She puts herself in a barrel. Yep. And they roll it down the ramp. The other monsters just getting hit by barrels and barrels and barrels.
Yep. They got the old barrels out there.
The final barrel comes rolling down. She pops out and she gets in the Coors Light truck. I love Coors Light. And then next thing you know, she starts
original for me.
She starts it, and instead of going to the bar, she takes off and leaves them behind.
Just selfish bitch.
What in the hell?
I think it's a lot of fear.
I think she's hot. But that was that's a douchebag move.
Yeah, very much so. But you knew it was going to happen. She was selfish throughout the entire thing.
So now
she was probably the most popular girl in high school.
Yeah.
So all the boys wanted her, and so now, she was all up about herself. Nobody else.
Now the bar is faced with one monster left. The monster just says screw it, breaks through the walls,
he
takes
comes
out
through
the floor.
He comes through the floor. And
and takes out the boss
man. The boss right through his gut.
Yes.
All of a sudden you see this big claw hand come right through the boss's gut and just
drags him down. He comes up. He slices the bartender's neck out.
Yeah. This is while the bartender's having a damn heart attack. The jackass looks at him. Are you having a heart attack now? Seriously?
They escape. They go up through
the jackass.
Yes,
and
the jackass, the cripple, his brother,
motherless,
and the
Hot Wheels is with them,
and the single mom. They all get out in the Camaro and take off.
I like Sunless Mother.
And it's daybreak by now.
Yep. They take off in the Camaro. My favorite scene of the entire movie. You got a long shot of the Camaro driving down the highway, and all of a sudden it stops. Brake lights, and it shuts off. There's no sound. All of a sudden she gets out of the car and throws her hands up and starts walking, acts like she's going to push it or something, or get out and walk away, and all of a sudden it starts up again. She just also jumps back in, and they drive off. That's the end of the movie.
We think.
Now, Adrian, I've watched this movie a few times, and like all movies, unless it's a Marvel flick, as soon as the credits pop up, I'm like, who cares? And I turn it off. Adrian, however, I think you enjoy knowing who had their little filthy paws.
Yes. Which is why I found out Ben Affleck and Wes Craven and Matt Damon are in
more. And I had no idea that these guys had anything to do with this flick.
I like to have.
Now Jason Mewes makes a little more sense.
Yeah, I like to have that in my pocket. And next thing I know is we go back to the bar.
Yeah, there's about 15 seconds worth of credits, and then all of a sudden another scene.
Then you see the cooler grandma, who we haven't talked about since she got interrogated.
All of a sudden she just disappears.
Yeah, she locks herself in the cooler. You don't even see that in the film.
No, you have no idea. And there's so much going on that you don't even think about her anymore.
No. So she opens up the door, and the monster gets her, which then you know that the monster survived.
Yep. And like I said, I've seen this movie a few times, and I've never once throughout those sittings have ever thought, what the hell happened to that old lady? I've never seen this last scene. All of a sudden, Adrian brought it to my attention, and I'm like, oh, shit. That's right. There was another character.
So in the end, I'm just going to leave it this. In the end, the cripple, the jackass, and the mom are the only ones that survive.
Yeah, because Grandma got taken out by the last beast.
Yes,
creature.
And now what are we gonna use this? What are we gonna use these for? Teeth?
You want to do teeth? That's
teeth are monsters.
Let's do teeth.
All right.
It is feast after all. We seem to have
or helpings.
Good
Helpings. There you go.
Helpings.
Helpings. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do helpings.
Okay.
I believe. It's such a fun movie to watch. It is. It was so fun. I'm going to rate it at about 4 helpings.
4 helpings. Excellent movie. I am going a little bit higher.
Oh, wow.
I'm going 4.5 helpings.
Look at this. This is the second time Adrian has gone higher than I.
It's just like I said, it was an action film. It was a horror film. It was a comedy, all rolled into one. They did so great on this.
It was great. I mean, I remember... I'm going to say it. I think it's better than Big Ass Spider.
I'd have to say this is better, and I can't wait to see the other two. I can't wait to critique the other two. You got to realize that the upcoming episodes we're going to do is Feast 2 called Sloppy Seconds.
And then Feast 3, which is called...
Is that the final helping?
Yeah.
The final helping, yes. Sloppy seconds. I love that. I love
Sloppy seconds.
I love that name.
They're all sexualized.
Exactly. Yes.
Because you'll find out in the second and the third one. There's a scene with a cat. There's a scene with a cat and a monster. It is just fucking ridiculous.
This is the second time Kelly has gone through, laughed, and I am trying to pick it up. Look at this guy. If you can, this is why we need video.
I'm gonna spoil it.
You can't spoil it. You gotta wait.
I cannot wait.
You gotta wait. Don't spoil it. Don't spoiler alert here. Come on now.
All right. Okay.
All right. So, like I said, the upcoming scenes, the upcoming episodes, Feast 2, Feast 3.
Adrian, should we give them a little taste of what we're doing after we finish the Feast trilogy?
Absolutely.
I believe after the Feast trilogy, we should move into the Collector and the Collection, which is a duology of horror films based on a single serial killer.
Right.
Really good. It's kind of in the same vein as Saw, being with traps, and this guy is just
almost like Cube as well.
Yeah, but he does it in a very different way. They're good movies. They're very good. Well, I guess the Collection would be kind of like Cube or Saw 2.
Right. And also we're also doing the Grave Encounters 1 and 2.
Grave Encounters.
I know Kelly's been waiting for those.
Now these are also kind of like found footage flicks.
Yes,
but they're not shaky cam. They're steady cam because they're just good. They're good movies.
And we should also once again go to our Facebook page and go to our Twitter,
which is @MovieObscura.
Send your comments, insults, compliments, and suggestions of films that you would like us to review.
Also, you can email us at movieobscura@gmail.com.
Tell us what you think. And listen and subscribe and like.
Oh, for sure. All right, for Movie Obscura, I'm Kelly.
I'm Adrian.
We out.